Court is calling 2022 CR 3510 State versus Dylan Smith. Are you Dylan Smith?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Dylan Tennyson Smith who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 3510 for the offense of burglary of a habitation on June 30th, 2022 for a period of 4 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. State, you may proceed.
Violated condition number 13 on or about the 31st day of July 2025 in Bexar and or Hood County, Texas. The defendant, Dylan Tennyson Smith, did then and there fail to complete 100 hours of community service restitution in violation of condition number 13.
How do you plead to that? True or not true? Were you able to
True.
hear?
Not really.
All right, I'm going to repeat it. The state read the following violation of condition number 13. On or about the 31st day of July 2025 in Bexar and or Hood County, Texas, the defendant Dylan Tennyson Smith did then and there fail to complete 150 hours of community service restitution in violation of condition number 13. To that, how do you plead? True or not true?
Judge, I believe he's previously pled not true to it. That's the intent today.
No, he hasn't entered any pleas today.
Okay.
Not true.
Okay, violated condition number 28 on or about the 31st day of July 2025 in Bexar and or Hood County, Texas. The defendant, Dylan Tennyson Smith, did then and there fail to register for/attend a stress education program with the approved agency in violation of condition number 28.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Not true.
State will waive the remainder.
Any objections to the state's waivers?
No, Your Honor, no objection.
State, do you have any witnesses?
Yes, Your Honor. State calls Callie Jones.
All right, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Callie Jones.
State, you may proceed.
Ms. Jones, how are you presently employed?
I'm full-time at the Adult Probation Office.
And
Bexar County Adult Probation Office.
And how long have you worked with Bexar County Adult Probation Office?
42 years.
What is your current title with the Bexar County Adult Probation Office?
Assistant Probation Officer.
What are your duties in that role?
I oversee cases that were granted probation here in Bexar County, and their cases are transferred to other counties/states for courtesy supervision.
Are you familiar with a probationer by the name of Dylan Smith?
Yes, I am.
Do you know him to be a probationer that was supervised by Bexar County Adult Probation?
In the beginning, yes, until this case was transferred to the other county, to Hood County.
Do you know when that case was transferred?
Yes, ma'am. I can give you the exact date. He was assigned to me September 17th of 2025, and it was before that. The last, on the September 17th of 2025 was due to the MTR. Prior to that, I can give you the exact date. Give me just a second, please. Okay. September 18th of 2025 was the last transfer. The original one was back in September 18th was when he was transferred. I'm sorry.
When was
No,
he
this-
assigned to you?
No, hold on a second. I'm sorry. What did you ask me again?
When was Mr. Smith's case assigned to you?
Okay. It was September 18th of 2025. That's not accurate. Oh, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. What occurred? I'm in another file. I am so sorry. Let me go to Dylan because I'm like, it didn't seem right. I apologize. Okay, here we go. He was originally signed to me January 31st of 2024.
Was there a probation officer assigned to him prior to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know that probation officer's name?
Yes, ma'am. I can get that for you. It was Jessica Fuente.
Okay. To your knowledge, did a representative of Bexar County Adult Probation go over the terms and conditions of probation with Mr. Smith?
It would have been when he was originally granted probation. It would have been when he went through orientation, which would also be the same person that signed the conditions, because at that time, when they're granted probation, they either came over in person and turned in their application, or they did it via Zoom through orientation. And that's an assigned community supervision officer that goes over the original conditions and signed the conditions with him.
So in this case, was that done?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know when?
Yes, ma'am. Let me look at the chrono. Because they also, the person that does the condition, they also does a chrono. So give me just a second. That would have been June 30th of 2022. And I'm going back.
Thank you.
By the officer of Jonathan Trejo. He's one of our community supervision officers that's assigned to the intake unit.
Okay, and that's the individual that went over the probation conditions with Mr. Smith, correct?
Yes, ma'am, on July 11th of 2022.
And did Mr. Smith sign his conditions of probation?
Yes, ma'am, he did.
When did he sign them?
July 11th of 2022.
Okay, so on these terms and conditions, what does condition number 13 of probation state?
13th, it says beginning June 30th of 2022 to perform 150 hours of community service restitution and provide proof as directed by the court and/or Bexar County Community Supervision and Corrections Department at the rate of 20 hours per month. You will fully comply with all rules, regulations, and instructions as directed by the head or authorized personnel of that agency
Okay, so how would a probationer violate this condition?
by not performing the hours.
How long does a probationer have to complete this condition?
Well, we have a set they set a set amount per hours, but depending on the circumstances, let's say if they have a job, the officer may work with them and give them an extended deadline. May extend it.
Okay, so when Mr. Smith's probation was transferred, was condition number 13 also a condition that transferred over to Hood County as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and do you recall the name of the supervision officer that was providing courtesy supervision?
Yes, because he would send progress reports. So let me look at the latest progress report that states when they close interest. That officer was Stephen Sexton, Sexton.
Okay, so when Mr. Smith's probation was transferred, did you have any contact with him at that point?
With who, Mr. Sexton or with
Yes.
Dylan?
With Mr. Smith?
Let me see. Let me look at my chrono because that's so far back. Let's see. I can do. I didn't have him in two because once he was transferred to originally to Jessica Fuente, but she is another assistant probation officer that oversees cases where probationers are granted probation here in Bexar County and they're transferred to different counties / state.
Yes, ma'am, but my question is, after probation is transferred, do you maintain contact with the probationer, or does the courtesy supervision officer take the lead?
Well, actually, both. The courtesy supervision officer takes the lead, and they send us progress reports every 6 months or a year, depending on and then also the probationer also has the can contact the probation officer, the original probation officer, if they have any questions and or concerns.
At any time were you contacted by Mr. Sexton regarding any concerns with Mr. Smith completing his requirements?
Well, when his case was returned back, then they're to send a progress report.
When the case was returned back, was the 150 hours of community service still outstanding?
Yes. He didn't state that he hadn't completed them. I'm looking at the progress report and my notes. And then I had spoken with Mr. Smith and because he had contacted me, or either I contacted him because Mr. Sexton had returned returned courtesy supervision because Mr. Sexton supposedly
Just a moment. Excuse me, just a
I'm sorry.
moment. So, if you'll listen to her question and only answer the question. If she wants you to go
Okay.
to the question, she'll ask a different question. What's your
Oh,
question?
okay, I'm so, I apologize.
Oh, no problem.
My question was answered, Judge. So moving on a little bit. So what does condition number 28 of probation state, Miss Jones?
Let's see. Okay, 28 is 25, 26. Here we go. 28 is he was to complete the stress education class.
Okay, and how
It's gonna
would,
be on, I'm
go ahead.
sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, it's on one of the amended,
Okay, what date was probation amended to add that requirement?
December 4th of 2023.
So that's a condition that did not originally exist under his probation, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am,
How would a probationer violate this condition?
by not completing it.
To your knowledge, was Mr. Smith was Mr. Smith informed how he would comply with this condition?
When he went to court on an MTR,
But my question is, was he informed on how to, not when?
yes,
Okay, and so where, I guess, with this condition, are there only authorized places that this course can be taken?
no, ma'am. On my, what he was instructed that this particular class is also offered online. So they're given an option, since he was reporting in another county, they're given the option of either take the class online or a Hood County probation officer could refer them to a class in that area,
Okay, so when.
in that
Mis-
county.
Okay, perfect, thank you. When Mr. Smith's probation was transferred, was condition number 28 a part of those conditions?
Yes,
And when Mr. Smith's probation was referred back to you from Mr. Sexton, did condition number 8 still exist uncompleted?
yes,
So to your knowledge, did Mr. Smith violate his terms of probation?
yes.
How did he do that?
By not completing the stress education class and also the community service hours.
Did you ever attempt to reach out to Mr. Smith regarding these violations?
Well, we've spoken over the phone
Okay,
once his case was returned back.
okay. I pass the witness, Your Honor.
Any questions?
Yes, I've got a few questions, Your Honor. When the case was returned to Bear County, I believe you said that the 150 hours of community service were not complete. Was that something that was included in a concern violation report, or how was that conveyed to your office?
Well, two ways. Once I didn't get it, when the other county closed, returned back courtesy supervision, there was no progress report attached. And then when I spoke to Mr. Dillon, he had also said that he had not completed them.
When did you speak with Mr. Dillon? I mean, with Mr. Smith?
Okay, let me look at the date. Let me go to my chrono.
And while you're looking, I never heard the date when the file was returned from Hood County to Bear County.
Okay, when I spoke to him on December 6th of 2023 by phone, it says, received phone call from the defendant. Defendant was informed that transfer packet had been resent to Hood County for courtesy supervision. Defendant stated he's been contacted and given appointment in January. Oh, defendant has been contacted and given appointment to see me in January of 2024 to come in. Per defendant, he had an offered job. He was offered job in Mexico. Defendant was reminded of amend conditions, which he stated he had a copy and was told to provide verification of employment offer. And then I would email him the travel permit. So on December 6th of 2023, he was notified of the amend conditions. Trying to see, is there any other date sooner than that? Okay, he didn't keep his let me see. And then in January, well, looks like that was the only time I have documented about his amend conditions.
So December of 2023, he was still
Let me see.
supervised by Hood County, correct?
Yes,
Okay. And so when those conditions are sent to the probation in Hood County, they have some flexibility or discretion in directing the defendant on how and when to complete all of the requirements that are contained within those conditions of probation. Isn't that true?
yes, sir.
And so sometimes if, like you said earlier, if they're employed, they may spread out the community service hours or find other times in which it can be done or other ways in which it can be done. Is that fair?
Yes,
And so I haven't heard of what the outstanding numbers are, but Ms. Smith's probation hasn't completed yet, hasn't terminated. Is that correct?
yes,
And so,
yes,
so he could still, while on probation, to accomplish and complete the 150 hours, correct?
yes.
And on
But if
the
you, I'm sorry.
and on the stress education class that he was asked to take, was there a deadline given when he was given that order to complete that class?
On as for as since it's not on the original condition and it's on the amended, they didn't set a deadline.
Okay, so technically,
There's no deadline set.
since he's still on probation, that deadline then has not expired, correct?
According to the wording they have, yes. I mean, no, it hasn't expired. I'm sorry.
And do you have any direct knowledge of what the instructions were given by Mr. Sexton to Mr. Smith each time he reported when he updated his case file?
As far as what Mr. Sexton told Mr. Smith, no.
So you don't know if Mr. Sexton may have deviated from what the Bexar County policy of 20 hours per month would have possibly been changed to or amended to or continued on. You don't know that, do you?
No, but Mr. Sexton, with him being from another county, he wouldn't have the authority to change it. Only because they're being courtesy supervised. Anything that has to do with any amending conditions or changing anything, they have to come through Bexar County Court.
Have you been given any notice of a violation or a violation report from Mr. Sexton or Hood County regarding the community service hours?
No, let me see. Okay, let's see. Let's see what this one states. Okay, I've got a progress report on November 6th of 2023 where he still has remaining 150 hours. He still has remaining stress education class. So let me see if there's anything later than that. But as of on December 6th, there's a progress report where it's not completed.
Just one moment. Does anyone mind if I ask a question, Counselor? Do you have any objections to that? All right, here's the question. According to this motion to revoke, he was supposed to register for or attend a stress education program. Did he do that? Yes or no?
Verification.
All right. Then the other violation, they're saying that he was supposed to have completed 150 hours community service restitution. Did he complete 150 hours of community service restitution?
I don't have verification of him completing it.
Do you have verification that he completed any hours of community service restitution?
No.
All right, you may continue. Thank you.
At what date did Hood County return the case to Bexar County?
It is rejected on January 19th of 2024.
So has he been back under Bexar County supervision for basically the last 2 years?
Let me see, on January 19th, and then I resent it back the 31st. On January 19th, it was for failure to report. And then on the 31st, I sent it back. And then I'm showing he was accepted February 2nd of 2024. And then I don't have anything after that. So I assumed he was reported.
Was it returned back to you after that 2024 date?
Well, on February 2nd of 2024, I got an acceptance. He was accepted again. And then I don't have anything after that.
So you don't have any violation reports, you don't have any status reports, you don't have any updates from Hood County after February of 2024. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you really can't state what the current situation is for Mr. Smith, what his status is on his programs or on the community service, because you've had no updates since February of 2024, correct?
But Mr. On that officer's part, yes, but Mr. Smith was instructed to provide me verification on his own, and he has not.
When was that directive given?
Let me go through my notes. Okay, that was at Gmail, 2025. Oh, and On August 28th of 2025, I sent him a letter. And on the letter, it's letting him know the fees, and also listed in there is list of classes that's not completed. Oh, hold on.
All right, so why
No,
don't
that's
we,
not
you all go to the breakout room with this officer, let him know what questions that you all want to ask so that Ms. Jones can find it in her records for you. I think that will make things move quicker. So I'm gonna send you all to breakout room number 1. All right, we're back on the record in 2022 CR 3510. Defense, I believe it was your witness.
I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Any further questions?
None from the state, Your Honor.
All right, state, any other witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, any witnesses? Any witnesses?
No, Judge, just argument.
All right, court will hear argument. State,
Your Honor, we would ask that you grant state's motion to revoke probation, enter an adjudication of guilt, and sentence to 4 years. Mr. Smith had a copy of his original conditions, which included the 150 hours of community service in July of 2022. He then got a second copy and acknowledged those conditions were amended in 2023 to add the stress education program. To date, there's been no attempt to complete those conditions. His conditions remained outstanding from when the probation was originally transferred to Hood County, and then again stayed the same when it was transferred back to Bear. So because of those violations, we'd ask that you grant state's motion.
all right, defense?
Your Honor, I don't think we've heard clear evidence as to what the current status is of Mr. Smith's probation. The last update that the Bexar County probation officer had to offer was from February of 2023, when it was transferred the second time to Hood County. That was almost 2 years ago. In the meantime, I'm sure a lot has transpired. There's not been an update. The probation officer couldn't find an update after it was sent back from Hood County the last time to Bexar County. And I don't think there's any evidence that would spell out what exactly transpired between the probation officer and Mr. Smith, whether or not he had him on a schedule that deviated from the Bexar County 20 hours a month program, or whether he had him on some other schedule in order to accomplish the other programs and working and that sort of thing. Mr. Smith has been incarcerated in Hood County since, I believe, sometime in August. And that, therefore, he hasn't been able to complete any additional programs, nor has he been able to meet with Bexar County. I couldn't get a good, clear, straight answer as to when the Hood County Probation Department transferred it back or canceled their supervision and that sort of thing. We think it was sometime in April, maybe April 1st, but there was, I guess, testimony by the Bexar County probation officer that she had talked to him, but there's no documentation in their system to say when any communication was made, whether Mr. Smith was made aware that he was falling behind or in violation of any of the conditions. I believe that the probation said they sent a letter to him in August when he was incarcerated, but that would have been at that time. And I can't say that he was under the direct instruction to have completed some number that deviates from 150, nor do we have a count as to what the exact number is from Hood County. So I would ask the court to deny the motion and continue him, Mr. Smith, on the deferred adjudication.
All right, the court is finding violation of conditions 13 and 28 true. The court will find the defendant guilty, revoke. There's to be no contact with Juan Garcia or Matthew Austin. Probation, was there any restitution paid?
Let's see. No, ma'am, there's no restitution on his fees.
All right. Then the court is going to find that there's no pending restitution. The court will sentence you to 6 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. All right, good luck to you. All right, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Judge.
The courthouse steps are dusted white. A snowy quilt in the pale moonlight, and there she stands, tall and proud, Lady Justice wrapped in a frosty shroud. tonight. Her blindfolds frosted, her grip so tight. The bells are jingling, the town's aglow. Texas swinging beneath the snow. The cowboys laugh as they tip their hats, boots crunching soft where the snowflakes sat. The fiddle hums a Yuletide tune while justice glimmers beneath the moon. She doesn't waver, she doesn't sway, but even she feels the holiday. Oh, the wind may howl, the cold may bite, but the Lone Star twinkles bold and bright. Yes, it's snowing on Lady Justice tonight. Her blindfolds frosted, her grip so tight. The bells are jingling, the town's aglow. Texas swinging beneath the snow.